versus Tundra Esports. Game 1.
Just makes it even harder on top of that as well. So while I think OG has the heroes to split push this game out and take a later game fight with the Ember timings, I think there's also a lot of tools on Tundra's side to shut that down and just destroy the vision, and we're already seeing it. Like, you just got up some deep, dire wards, but Skeeter's running through here and he's pinging it. And he's literally just pinging, hey guys, check around the area, get some freebies.
Yeah, I mean, they get these wards, but I think OG not that unhappy with the way the map is being split right now. You see them run all the way down bottom, Tundra reacts, and OG's already up in top lane buying some time. Like, you know, the gold lead, since they got the Aegis, not really changed very much.
Nisha, that was rather bold. Anything for that extra frostbite, I guess. You just walked in melee range to the birds on that one, and Tundra's like, okay, we are already planning on pressuring some more. Ooh, Amar? Saksa really trying to force this by going behind. It does set up Amar for the opportunity. The epicenter for the Avalanche actually went out there and stalled things out, and with the Morphling already dead, there goes all your damage. Tundra, they're just way too big.
I mean, where's your damage going to come from? You already have full Wraith Pack type on this Visit.
Sand King does literally no damage at that point.
You do nothing. I think if Sand King channels all of his spells and connects them on everybody, you're doing like 500 damage. And they sit there and go, what's up? You know? On top of that, you still have Aegis on the Slark. I don't think you can take these fights. I don't even think OG should really be trying to take these fights. I don't think it's possible. Even if 99% of your theory goes right. I think you have to split push this map. Maybe if you do that, your win probability isn't as high as taking that tier 2 fight. I can understand why they feel like maybe there's an opening, but this is just a rough spot to be in. And now Skeeter with the Murata ults, nice little synergy, finding the freebies.
Quick kill on Misha, no problem.
Yeah, I mean, this comes back to, we talked about the heroes and the fact that OG's damage very, very similar, and suddenly this Wraith Pack pipe comes out, you're looking at the heroes and you're like, wow, we can't kill anyone. And when you're in that state where you're just dodging and you're just sliding around the map, it's all on the other team to mess up because they have all the power in the world. They can kill you and you can't kill them, and suddenly they're just squeezing you in, you're getting squeezed and squeezed and squeezed, and suddenly you have no net worth and they just throw on you.
I agree. This map is entirely Tundra's control, and like we saw earlier, they're just farming it up everywhere. I mean, Skeeter's just going into the whole team alone.
Finds an opening here. Taiga not going to be hit by the arrow, but still hit by that extra pounce. He's going to have a little bit of help here. Does, of course, have the Aegis, so it's perfectly fine for Skeeter to be super aggressive here. After all, he's setting up the rest of the team to come in from behind. Nice block in there with a charge. It's going to set up an arrow. That's going to land onto Taiga. They're going to leave their supports behind. OG full bailing out once again. They do not have the firepower to win team fights. They cannot win 5-on-5. So as soon as Tundra shows up in force, they have to retreat.
This is high ground. This is Glyph for sure. I think Tundra just stays around it. Are you afraid of any sort of 5-on-5 at this point? No, you have all the auras. You have the drum on Snake King. He has Force Staff as well. All the Visage auras that we talked about. You have BKB on your Tusk. This is such a huge power spike at 20 minutes of the game.
What can OG do? They're literally just helpless. They're watching their buildings die. I think if Tundra went top, which, I mean, they're probably going to play it safe and farm a little bit more gold, wait for the right jump, but, I mean, there's the drum, the Force Staff, the Wraith Pack, the Pipe. Like, they've got all the Tundra items, and they're running it down your throat.
Nice. Good toss back. I mean, he just has so many setups, right? If you toss him straight up in the air, it would have been an arrow. He tosses him over the Skeeter to allow the pounce to land. Tips start coming out. Snake King, I mean, Amar, no impact, no idea. He has not had a whole lot of fun in this Sand King game, and I think so much of the story of this game comes back to the draft and where we were talking about how they were preemptively setting up for Tundra's like zoo stuff and how they drafted a certain way specifically, and it seems to have put OG out of their own comfort zone. I mean, Amar does not look like Amar right now.
I mean, Sand King is a very hit or miss hero. Like, when he hits and he starts snowballing, he is super, super strong. But when you miss, it's real struggle. I mean, he's buying Veil. How many times have we seen Amar buy Veil in his career, you know? This is not the item I think he would ideally like to be buying this deep into the game. But they're just searching for any sort of extra damage at this point.
Yeah, you can see your ult.
Oh, up with the punch, the snowball, the arrow coming in as well. The shrink morph is doing its work, but now they've got the pounce, and that's going to be good enough. Misha, freezing field, but he just dies too damn quickly. BCM is going to be locked down. Amar goes through, hits the Pro Strike only onto 1. They're focusing on 33, but he is super tanky, and Skeeter is completely uncontested. One by one, he will just knock down these heroes and take away their agility, and that is it. OG. Well, GG out. This was no contest. Tundra, 26-7 in this game one. This had to have been a hell of a confidence boost here on the main stage of TI.
I feel like Tundra got to run their playbook exactly how they want to. And I think one of the big things about that draft in that game is OG knew that the zoo was coming, right? They left it in the bands. You know they can always pick this Visage at any point and flex all the other heroes to wherever they want to flex them, you know, usual. So you know this Wraith Pack pipe is coming. You know this is Tundra's game, but they had a huge amount of magical AoE, and I think if they're ahead out of the early game, you can take those early tower defenses and take the aggressive smokes to Tundra. But that lane phase, again, like Quinn's talking about, it's hard to outlane this team to such a degree that you're in that spot to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, they're just on the back foot this entire game. You can feel this pressure from this Visage. Like, if you just looked at top lane alone, it's just so scary. You're more likely getting kicked out by this one hero, you know, and you really just don't want to happen, especially when it's Netta. He's buying these items. Like, you can just feel the push coming, and what are you going to do? Yeah,
they didn't even need to bring the Tusk up there to force him out.
Yeah.
We were thinking, oh, they have to bring 9 up here to force the Morph out. The Visage is so strong, he has such an early 6, he just kicked him to the jungle himself. Yep. You're in trouble now. Mar has to go up there to defend the tower. He gets arrowed by Snaking with his Crimson, and what are you going to do?
Yeah.
OG versus Tundra Esports. Game 2.
Tundra.
At this point, you have no issue with the hero. It is doing an insane amount of work in these fights. You have limited detection, especially most of the time, you know, detection coming out from your 4 and 5. This is not a 4 and 5 duo that wants the front line to plant a sentry or something. Like, you just instantly die.
The core's got to do it because they're the ones who are up in front.
Yeah, and we actually saw OG had a gem earlier in this game. That's why they got it, because they knew they needed this vision on the front line. Yeah. That was lost a long time ago. Taiga's gem in the hands of 33 Visage for a decent amount of time now. Not easy to take these fights vision-wise, and Tundra looking for the pincer maneuver here.
Yes, they are. They found the real Yuragi. Can they get the arrow stun? Not quite. He does manage Doppelganger away to the side. They have the Fisher to stall it up, but at this point...
33 in the back, though.
Oh, he is in the back, and he's going to be able to catch. They spotted the Oracle. Their charge is coming through, and he's already dead. BTM, meanwhile, does manage to grab 33. They've broken him and managed to get through his cloak, but he dropped down into stone form, so he's good. And Skeeter now comes in with a cleanup. A charge on through. Bumping BZM. Gets the bash as well. He's done. Slammed on the Yuragi, and that is it. Triple pickup for Skeeter. Ultra kill in the end. And now it's time to go high ground. Tundra. It was looking a little suspect in the first 15 minutes. We weren't sure if they were going to be able to pull through, but they had a strong understanding of how to play up against OG. And now it's going to be a lane. It's going to be straight up tier 4s. Are we going to go for it?
They are going.
That's a Amar.
Amar buys out Ads. He's trying to get the extra damage to this
Oh my god. The double chakrams are going to be thrown out. This could be really messy. This could be, you have a serious lead here. You don't necessarily need to do this. But
Neil has to buy back hero. It would be a disaster for OG's item progression.
Let's see if they can hold. Double chakrams doing so much damage. This buyout of the Aghanim Scepter, it may just be what bails out OG, or maybe Hunter gets up. The Visage is dead. He doesn't manage to get up the stone fort. They've already cleared through the agents as well. 9, he's going to have to jump away. The Shadow Blade back out. Saxa spotted as well. Oh no, Tundra. Now they're not even going to be able to get Elena Barracks off of that. They cleared out the tier 4s. No infest. He's got an armlet toggle to work with, but he immediately gets grabbed. The charge on through. Denied. He gets canceled by the AoE stun from BZM, and now 9 is going to be in some trouble. Run down by the Phantom Rush. A chance of revenge. A charge away just in time. The last bit of damage wasn't there quite yet. Tundra still a massive lead. Don't get me wrong, but surely they would have felt very good having Elena Barracks up and not giving away those kills.
Man, that is one of those calls at TI. It's like, it's a nice edge call if it's worth it or not. They get that Phantom Lancer buyback, though. So all things said, probably still slightly favoring Tundra here, just destroying that PL economy. I think you're happy to sacrifice your Lifestealer once for that, but
it's so
you definitely feel good if you're OG.
We need to blink. We need stuns. We need stuns. We need to farm Hex. I don't reach. It's not about Hex only.
Oh, you're totally right, Avery. Stuns, big problem for OG.
Yeah, they need this Hex, they need the Abyssal. The Abyssal's just off the menu now, man. I mean, this PL is never going to get there. So even more falls to Amar. That Ags purchase was pretty clutch. Helps him defend the throne there.
No way.
He's on his way to Hex, but he is far.
Yeah.
OG trying to abuse this Lifestealer downtime as much as possible to get to that condition.
I thought maybe 9 spotting Yuragi there. I thought maybe they'd go for it. That would be a dieback like that. could just be game.
When this game is on tomorrow, this game's on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like this ag, the double chakram has to connect with the shaker, with the visage off of a stun. Again, limited stuns. You got to make the damage count. He has to connect these spells. If you're gonna bet on one Timber Saw in the world to do it, it's probably this guy.
Yeah, they need some like sneaky wards that Tundra like walks onto. They have some ward hidden in the corner, and suddenly Tundra's on vision. And Amar gets this blink angle where he double chakrams the guy and insta-gives the shaker before he has time to react.
I mean, the Marcy rebound huge as well. Like that fight, Misha connects with 2 or 3. That's their best stun. Right. That's going to set up the Primal Beast engage. It's going to set up the Timber Saw damage. A lot of this game might be coming down to Marcy. And yeah, some of these earlier fights, just the charge throughs and the chain stunning that can come out. If you're on the retreat from OG, you are not getting out for this one.
Well, all eyes then on the Misha-Amar duo. See if they can get the combination of the right initiating stun and the damage to follow it up to win a fight for OG. This is a great opportunity if they can get it. The snaking kill, maybe not so much, but the Earthshaker does manage to slip away. Now the charge on through, they couldn't even kill the pot up. Misha is now dead. Amar's looking for something to be able to hunt, but look at Saksa playing the edges here. He's ready to go back in. The charge is controlling up BTM. He's not getting anything off. Now they've got the Fisher. The chain stun onto the Phantom Lancer. Yes, a false promise goes off last second, but is he even going to be able to have the heals? He's got the heart pumping away. He starts to throw some damage over to 9, but it's just pitiful. He's going to get stomped out. The heart regen is not going to be enough, and GG is called. Tundra 2-0 over OG. They've done it again. They set themselves in a position to be able to match up against their rivals within the Western European region. They said, we are good enough to take you. They have lost some series before, but the important ones they've managed to pull through against OG, and they did it again on the most important stage of all here at TI.
You know, 4 years ago, Snaking was also top of his group. And that team had a choice between OG and LGD, and we chose OG, and it did not end well. This time around, the Dark Pact, or whatever you want to call it, has been broken to a degree, and he's able to overcome some of these past demons. It's very cool to see these storylines. I think OG put up a hell of a fight in that game too, though. Not an easy game to play. I think all of us underestimated how tough that game was going to get in the mid-game. Yeah. Maybe even them a little bit. And once those stuns start coming out, what a hell of a game from 9 on the Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, 9 and Skitter both, honestly, just super high impact in this game. You talk about Skitter's leaning in Nix against a Timber Saw, and he's like top net worth. He's highest damage. We expect low damage from him. Suddenly, he's just killing everyone. I think Skitter had like an insanely good game.